Welcome to this Skill Builder session on exam techniques. To do as well as possible in your exams, you will have revised as much as you can, practiced sitting past papers, and stayed healthy. So what else can you do to ensure that your exam goes well? The following common sense exam techniques will allow you to stay calm, organised and focused as you sit your exam, helping you to maximise your performance to give a true reflection of the work that you've done and the knowledge that you have gained. First, you will need to fully understand the instructions. They can be simple or quite complicated, as shown on this slide. Either way, make sure you understand them fully before proceeding with the exam. Read the instructions more than once to be clear about how long the exam will last, whether there are different sections or parts to the paper, the number of questions you need to answer from each one, the points allocated to each section or question, any additional instructions or requirements, and, if you're sitting the exam online, any technical instructions. If it helps you clarify what you need to do, jot down the key requirements. Before you start, work out how to use your time in the exam effectively. Allocate time according to the points value of sections and individual questions. Allow time for checking and tidying your work before you submit it. Make a note of when you should be starting each new section or essay, and keep track of the time and try to stay on schedule so you finish the whole paper. This illustrates the need to allocate time according to the percentage points value based on a very clear reading of the instructions. Choose your questions carefully. If you have a choice of questions, look through them all, marking those which you think you can answer well. Then read them again quickly but carefully before making your final selection. Quickly jot down your time plan and, if possible, go for the easiest and highest scoring questions first. Safely secure good points from these before spending time on questions that you might gain fewer points from. Even if you have no choice of questions, follow the same process so that you have a good idea which questions will yield most points for you, which you can then answer first. When writing essays and exams, it's important to plan before you write. First, take time to fully understand the question. What is the topic? What is it asking you to do? Does it have different parts? Quickly draw up an essay plan to keep you on track, covering the main points you need to as you write your essay. This might involve quickly brainstorming everything you know about the topic before identifying main points, ideas or themes and grouping them together in a logical order. This is your plan. You will need to write with a clear structure, a very brief introduction followed by a series of paragraphs, each comprising a main point supported by evidence, explanation and so on, followed by a conclusion summarising your overall response to the question. Ensure that you get your main points across first. Work to a schedule, for example, allowing 5 to 10 minutes for understanding and planning, 45 minutes for writing and 5 minutes for checking. Here are a few tips for writing in exams. Firstly, be sure to write legibly, clearly and avoid waffle. To ensure your writing stays focused and on topic, keep the question in front of you. If you get stuck, stay calm. Pause, reread the title, check your plan and answer so far. Identify where you have lost your way, get back on track and move on. If you're running out of time at the end, stay calm. Provide bullet points of the points you would have made, plus a conclusion. To avoid mistakes, always allow time to check and tidy up your work. Finally, although in an exam you will not need to provide a reference list, it is obviously a plus if you can remember and cite any relevant sources. The tips above also apply to short answers. For guidance on every aspect of essay writing, including understanding the question, academic writing and language, and proofreading, see additional online Skill Builder sessions. For short answer questions, many of the same principles apply. Adhere strictly to a schedule to complete all questions required. Even though you may have no more than 10 to 15 minutes to write a short answer, still quickly plan your answer, i.e. jot down main point, main point, main point before starting to write. For short answers, there is no need for an introduction. Go straight to the heart of your answer. For example, the 3 key factors in X are, and so on. As always, whenever possible, stack up valuable points by going for the easiest and highest scoring questions first. If you have multiple questions requiring you to select the correct answer from among a selection of incorrect ones, again, don't rush. Work to a plan. First, skim read through the questions. Where you think of a point or a piece of information, make a brief note with reference to the question. Now start your answers, keeping to your time plan. Answer every question required, and allow time for editing or going back through your answers. This 3-stage technique will help you maximize your performance in this type of paper. After your initial skim through, move through the questions answering all those you are sure about, the yes questions. Keep moving, ignoring questions you're not sure about or don't know the answer to. When you have answered all those, read through again and try to answer the questions you're unsure of, the maybes. Think logically. Eliminate incorrect answers. Consider maybe answers and choose the most likely. Finally, read through again and try to answer the most difficult, the don't knows. Use logic to make an educated guess. To sum up, here are a few key exam techniques to remember. Read everything, instructions and questions, very carefully. Draw up and stick to a time plan. Quickly plan your answer, essays and short answers, before writing. Answer easy high-point questions first, where possible. Allow time to check your answers. And finally, answer all questions required. For guidance on the broader range of revision and exam skills, please go to the SAS website at www.kent.ac.uk/SAS, where you can book a one-to-one appointment with one of the SAS team or view more of our Skill Builder sessions, which include essay writing and exams, revision skills, and online exams.